but never stingy, and whenever his contribution towards some good or useful object was required, he gave cheerfully, and in many cases anonymously. In short, he was one of the most uncommunicative of men. He talked little, and his habitual taciturnity added to the mystery surrounding him. Nevertheless, his life was simple and open enough, but he regulated all his actions with a mathematical exactness which, to the imagination of the quidnuncs, was in itself suspicious. Had he travelled, it was very probable, for no one was better informed in the science of geography. There was apparently no out-of-the-way place concerning which he had not some exclusive information. Occasionally, in a few sentences, he would clear away the 1,001 rumours which circulated in the club concerning some lost or some nearly forgotten traveller. He would point out the true probabilities, and it really appeared as if he were gifted with second sight. So correctly were his anticipations justified by succeeding events. He was a man who must have been everywhere, in spirit at least. One thing at any rate was certain, viz., that he had not been absent from London for many a year. Those with whom he was on a more intimate footing used to declare that no one had ever seen him anywhere else but on his way to or from his club. His only amusement was a game of whist, varied by the perusal of the daily papers. At whist, which was a game peculiarly fitted to such a taciturn disposition as his, he was habitually a winner, but his gains always were expended in charitable objects. Besides, it was evident to everyone that Mr. Fogg played for the game, not for the sake of winning money. It was a trial of skill with him, a combat, but a fight unaccompanied by fatigue, and one entailing no great exertion, and thus suiting him down to the ground. No one had ever credited Phileas Fogg with wife or child, which even the most scrupulous, honest people may possess, nor even had he any near relatives or intimate friends, who are more rare in this world. He lived alone in his house in Savile Row, and no one called upon him, or at any rate entered there. One servant sufficed for him. He took all his meals at his club, but he never shared a table with any of his acquaintance, nor did he ever invite a stranger to dinner. He only returned home to sleep at midnight precisely, for he never occupied any one of the comfortable bedrooms provided by the Reform for its members. 10 hours of the 24 he passed at home, partly sleeping, partly dressing or undressing. If he walked, it was in the entrance hall with its mosaic pavement, or in the circular gallery beneath the dome, which was supported by 20 Ionic columns. Here he would pace with measured step. When he dined or breakfasted, all the resources of the club were taxed to supply his table with the daintiest fare. He was waited upon by the gravest black-coated servants, who stepped softly as they ministered to his wants upon a special porcelain service, and upon the most expensive